Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. So if you have been seeing my latest videos, you probably know that I've just replayed Assassin's Creed Black Flag. Yes, you heard it right. I've just revisited this game in 2025. So today we are diving into one of the greatest legends in gaming history, which is Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. Now I know what you're thinking. Bro, it's been like 12 years. Surely it's all about Mirage or Shadows now. Actually, with 100 of new games dropping every year, you'd think an old salty pirate like Edward Kenway would have just faded away. Well, no, it didn't. And yeah, those new games are amazing in their own right, but there's just something about Black Flag that hits different in our gamers' minds. Despite the series evolving with massive RPG entries, Black Flag remains a fan favorite and it's still thriving in our hearts and still stands tall as one of the best Assassin's Creed games ever made. And now, in 2025, it still holds the crown as one of the best games in the entire Assassin's Creed franchise. Let's kick this off with one of Black Flag's biggest wins, the settings, the Golden Age of Piracy. This might be one of the most exciting time periods ever, and where Black Flag has done a great job in portraying it. You got clear blue oceans, lush green islands, and colonial cities buzzing with life. Sailing across these oceans, breathing Caribbean from Nassau to Havana to Kingston, it feels alive. Storms brew on the horizon, sea shanties fill the air, and every island you stumble upon feels like a mini adventure. Unlike other Assassin's Creed games, that often feels like a massive checklist. Black Flag makes exploration feel natural, exciting, and rewarding. It's not just an open world, it's an open ocean. 1 minute you're exploring sunken ships, next you're getting into bar fights in Nassau. Black Flag didn't just give us a map, it gave us a playground. You weren't just playing an assassin game, you were living that pirate life. And now let's talk about the protagonist, Edward James Kenway, the captain we didn't know we needed. Easily one of the most beloved protagonists in the entire franchise. Listen, Edward isn't your typical brooding, philosophy-spitting assassin, or a noble assassin at first. He's selfish, flawed, and only after one thing: fortune and glory. He's doing everything for money, fame, power. It's just like a classic pirate starter pack. And honestly, we love him for it. But over the course of the story, you see him grow. He evolves into something deeper. It's like a ultimate glow up arc, if you ask me. From a reckless pirate into a man who understands the weight of responsibility and becomes a man you genuinely root for. Edward Kenway is sharp and he's got that charming rogue energy that Ubisoft has not quite recaptured since. In a series filled with brooding, serious assassins, Edward's swagger and complicity stands out. By the end, Captain Kenway is not just a pirate, he's a legend. Okay guys, now let's talk about the naval combat, the core of this game. Okay, so now can we just give a standing ovation to the naval combat? And I'm serious when I'm saying this. Black Flag ship battles, still undefeated. Skull and Bones tried to implement few of these aspects in their game, but it's not even close. Black Flag absolutely perfected it. Commanding the Jackdaw is pure, unfiltered joy. The feeling of steering the Jackdaw into battle, wind tearing at your sails, waves crashing against the hull, your crew screaming over the roar of the cannons, upgrading your ships, boarding enemy ships, outmaneuvering massive man-o-wars and legendary ships. I can go on. It's all insanely satisfying. Every battle feels dynamic, chaotic, and personal. And while other AC games try to copy these formulas afterward, like Odyssey and Valhalla, but nobody, and I mean nobody, nailed it like Black Flag. It's fast, it's strategic, it's chaotic, like peak gaming experience. None of the other games captured the sheer adrenaline, the pure pirate energy Black Flag delivered. Black Flag still has the best mix of arcade fun and tactical challenges ever when it comes to ship battles. You're not just playing as a pirate, you are a pirate. Let's not forget the soundtrack of this game, guys. I mean, it's absolute fire. Brian Tyler's score is absolutely phenomenal. It's emotional, adventurous, and straight up iconic. You hear those swelling violins and tribal drums kicking in as you charge at an enemy fort, and you're just feeling like unstoppable. And also, yes, the sea shanties. Hearing your crew belt out "Leave Her Johnny" or "Drunken Sailor," and you're like, yeah, this is peak pirate life right here. It's pure magic. Seriously, collecting new shanties became a full-on obsession for me. I wasn't chasing assassins, I was chasing my next banger for the Jackdaw playlist. Cause the peak level of detail and that immersion, it's rare, even today. Okay, now let's talk about the exploration part of Black Flag. What Black Flag nails better than most open world games, even today, is a true sense of freedom. And by freedom, what I mean is, if you want to ignore the story for 6 hours and just hunt whales, raid forts, and dive into shipwrecks, go for it. Want to become the most feared pirate captain in the West Indies without even touching an assassin's contract? Go for it. You can chase whales, plunder fortresses, dive for treasures, hunt sharks, explore ancient ruins, all without being pressured to progress the main story constantly. You're encouraged to get lost, to live in that vast world. And also the side content that doesn't feel like homework. You're not grinding 300 hours for some shiny sword. You're exploring, looting, hunting, and discovering. You dive into shipwrecks and have legit underwater stealth missions. You build up your own private hideout at the Great Inagua, your own little Caribbean headquarters. Everything feels like it fits naturally into the world. Compare that to some modern games where side activities feels like chores. In Black Flag, it's the opposite. You want to wander, you want to explore. You never feel forced, you choose your own adventure. That's one of the reasons what makes Black Flag feel so good even today. Now that brings us to the main point. Why Black Flag still holds up in 2025 to this day. We have games which has evolved already. Graphics are crazier, worlds are bigger and fancier. We got billion-dollar AAA games, AI-generated quests, crazy next-gen graphics. But somehow, Black Flag, this scrappy 2013 pirate adventure, still stands tall. It remains timeless because it focuses on what matters and reminds us of what gaming is supposed to feel like. There are no overcomplicated loot systems, no bloated RPG mechanics, just pure, well-crafted escapism. It's about heart, it's about freedom, it's about giving players an unforgettable adventure where the memories are worth more. Black Flag reminds us how good a focused, polished experience can be. They have captured that spark, and even after 12 years, it still shines brighter than ever. Okay, so finally, if you have never played Black Flag, or it's been so long since you've raised the black sails, do yourself a favor and revisit it. you'll remember why it captured so many hearts and why it still stays strong even now. Thanks for watching, and if you have enjoyed this trip down the memory lane, hit that like button, subscribe, and tell me in the comments what's your favorite memory from Black Flag. See you in the next video. Until then, bye-bye.